This meeting is being recorded.
All right, you guys. Hello, hello. Welcome to AllerPops Webinar today. I am your host, Janette Cornish with Digital Niche Agency. We have Cliff Hahn, Martin Witt, both on AllerPops side. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Very good, thank you.
Doing awesome. Awesome. So I see people are hopping in. This is awesome to see. The more the merrier. How about we just kind of start where everybody is right now? I'm in Southern California. I know Cliff and Martin, you guys might not be in Southern California. So where are you guys at today?
Los Alamos, New Mexico.
New
That's
Mexico.
Right. Yes.
You guys are both there.
Yep.
Sure.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining. So as mentioned, I'm Janette Cornish. I'm with Digital Niche Agency. So today's webinar, it's going to be a Q&A webinar. We have Dr. Cliff Hahn, who is the CEO and founder of AllerPops, as well as Martin Witt, who is a lead investor here. Before we do get started, though, I just wanted to inform everyone that there are a few things that we cannot discuss during this webinar. Those things are anything pertaining to financials, use of funds, or any sort of projections. They cannot be discussed just for compliance reasons. But if you have any of those direct questions, you can visit us at AllerPops. We have a raise page currently on WeFunder. I will drop that in the chat where you guys can check out more information. So yeah, also at the end of this, we'll be hosting the Q&A portion. So any questions that come up, we can definitely answer them at that time. I'm dropping the WeFunder link in the chat now. So without further ado, I will pass it to Mr. Hahn. I know you had a nice presentation that you want to share with us. So go ahead, take it away.
All right, I'm starting my screen sharing. So you should be able to see that. We'll do the slide presentation from the start. Before we start, I should tell you, actually, I will do the about 20 minutes presentation about this business plan. After that, Marty, our lead investor, will talk about 5 to 10 minutes. And to encourage your listening, we'll give you some free gift at the end during the Q&A session. We actually will ask some questions about the presentation. Whoever gives the first correct answer will get either a box of AllerPops or our prebiotic toothpaste, things like that. So, okay. With that, I think I will start the business plan like that. Before I dig into deep, I should say allergy has been a quite common problem in our society, at least in US and Western society. I know many of you probably or your family have experienced this problem or suffer from that. Likewise, my family and I had those problems, suffered from allergies quite a bit. So it actually started with my son. He got allergies since he was about 1 or 2 years old. It was quite difficult actually to watch him suffering every spring, especially in the night with congested nose. He could not sleep well, so my wife has to get up and take care of him. So with that, I sometimes actually ask myself, well, what did we do wrong? Because we did not have any other people have allergy issues in the family at all. So of course, now I know there's something I could do differently that could prevent him from getting allergies. But at that time, that was the question actually promoted me to look into the literature and see what are scientists saying about allergies, the airborne allergies. So I spent many hours, and by the time when I got allergy, that tells you actually all those the things in the research paper didn't prevent me from getting allergies at that time. By 2014, I got allergy myself, and I see the current study, the current knowledge at that time did not help me. So what's going on with what I know and my personal history, I formed a hypothesis, which is about something is wrong in my mouth. So I started the journey, studying my allergies and the bacteria in my mouth. And that journey actually was written in a book, which is named Nothing to Sneeze At. I actually have a copy here. So we will publish that in early March. Actually on March the 3rd, that's the date we decided we'll publish that on Amazon, sell that on Amazon. So come back to the story. So it actually did not take too much longer before I discovered the cause of my allergy. It took about 3 years. To think back, it's quite short. At that moment, actually, it seems an endless journey. So, but anyway, we discovered the cause of allergy is something related to the bacteria in my mouth. And we invented AllerPops, and it worked well, and it worked well with my son. So that's why I come here talk with you about our solutions. So the problem is, we talked already, we have 50 million people in the United States alone suffer from allergies. The current way to treat it is to treat the symptom with those antihistamine or steroid. Unfortunately, sometimes they don't work, and quite often you got those side effects. So not only that, it does not prevent you from getting worse. So that's why people experiencing seasonal allergy first and then go on to get more worse year-long allergy. So we have the solution with a lollipop that will treat the cause of allergies. So for a very long time, more than 30 years, people or scientists have been suspected hygiene is related to allergies, but they don't know why and how. So during those 3 years of study, I pinpointed out to the root cause of my allergy is actually lack of good bacteria in my mouth. So that's called probiotics. Those good bacteria produce metabolites, tell the immune system and say, I'm your friend, I'm not hurting you, let's make a peace. So when that happens, your immune system not only not fighting the bacteria, but also they will ignore pollens, dust mites, any substances that will not hurt us. So when you have allergy, that means those good bacteria is not enough. So AllerPop has all the nutrition for the good bacteria. When you use it properly after several doses, and those bacteria come back up, and they tell your immune system to come. And that's how we solve the root cause of allergies. So the competition, okay, go back to the competition. So first I want to say there are many competitors and there are many players, many brands in the allergy relief field. So what we are looking for is not actually a direct competition. We are looking for a substitution because AllerPops is so much better. So dive into deep the first 3 of these product listed here. They are natural product. Some of them they're like homeopathic. We don't know how it works and if it works. So Witt, this is actually a natural analog to antihistamine. They are in the same category. Honey sometimes work. People say they work, they don't. So it's not tested. So the main difference AllerPops is that it treats the cause of allergies and give you long-lasting allergy relief. Compare all these antihistamine and those steroids. Those products give you hours of allergy relief, but AllerPops give you weeks, months, even years of allergy relief. So it has been clinically confirmed and the price range is quite favorable to the general public. So the allergy shot, of course, it's related to allergists. We do not have plan to replace allergists, but they probably will prescribe or use different tools to do that. We know at current, there are a small portion, like up to 10% of our customer do not react to AllerPop that well. Those are the people will need to be treated by allergists with different tool. That's what we think it will be the specific oral microbiome re-engineering. We don't know exactly what caused their microbiome does not respond to AllerPop product, but I think a further study together with allergists, we will solve those problems. So allergists definitely will have a different tools to solve those difficult cases. So the market, we know about 50 million people in the United States suffer from allergies each year. They spend about $18 billion each year to treat the symptoms alone. So from that number, we know about 60% of people prefer natural product, and also about 54% of the people suffer from year-long allergy. That's the end of about 15 million people. That's going to be our early adopters. So we'll target those people in the next several years. So our tractions, so first we have a clinical trial confirm AllerPops works. It is effective for long-lasting allergy relief. So the clinical trial was carried out in Toronto, Canada, and there were 72 participants in the clinical trial. It is a double-blinded, controlled, randomized study. It confirmed AllerPops works. So we have up to now 7 patents granted in US and internationally. Those patents protect the method, how to use it, how to use AllerPops, and also the composition of AllerPops, the formula. Up to now, we have more than 10,000 people have using that. And we did the customer satisfaction survey. As you can see, some of the symptoms like nasal congestion, more than 94% of people see their nasal congestion gets better after using AllerPops. So the business model here, AllerPops is in the space of consumer health tech product space. So that means it is sit in 2 spaces. One is consumer product goods. On the other hand, it's a health tech or biotech product. So why it is health tech? Because the product is developed based on the cutting edge scientific study. That's the best understanding of why we have allergies. So the IP, the product is protected by patents both in US and internationally. We have multiple patents for that. And it is verified by the clinical trial. It took quite some effort to complete that. Took more than 2 years from the preparation to finishing the writer report. So 2 years of clinical trial confirmed it works. And in the near future, we'll apply to FDA to get their permission for the claims. Of course, you will see that what's the claim? First, it's going to be anti-inflammation. And after that, it's going to be allergy relief. So the first one is going to be easy, took probably less time. The second one will take a little longer time. So we'll see. We will have a meeting with FDA in the next several months and discuss about how and what's the path for those applications. So as a consumer product, we'd like to keep it as this way. We don't plan to make it as a new drug and have doctor prescribe that. That will make the product a lot more expensive for our customers. So speaking about the customers, currently we have more than 10,000 people using that. Our customer mostly women, middle-aged women. And then the retail price is going to be about $25, and the wholesale is the half of that price. So the cost of the good is about $250. So the price range will allow all the participants in the marketing space will get enough profit to carry this product. Go-to-market strategy. So what's our plan to actually talk with people and get these words out? So the overarching strategy is thought leader-based marketing. So what does that mean? It means we will build up AllerPops as the trustworthy authority in allergy relief field. So to do that, of course, we have the scientific foundation. We know those AllerPops, what cause allergies. We have clinical trial confirm that. Clinical symptom is the side is done, and we still have the lab work. We collected saliva samples from those 72 participants. Those saliva samples is in the lab currently doing the DNA sequencing to find out what kind of bacteria are there and how abundant they are, so that we can compare what kind of bacteria changed before and after using AllerPops associated with their allergy symptom relief. So together with the clinical data and the lab data, we will publish that on a peer-reviewed journal that will promote these thought leader-based marketing approach and have people really report about that. And we also have a book I just talked about. We have a book which describes the journey we had in developing and discover the theory behind AllerPops and how we invented AllerPops, things like that. Those stories will be promoted together with the product. So we have a good product and we have a good story, and together they will promote this brand, AllerPop brand, forward in the marketplace. So to do that, we actually have partners. Currently, our internal team, we'd like in the near future to keep it lean. That means we will hire essential senior managers in the marketing, in the product production in those space. But beyond that, we'll keep the internal organization structure very lean. We'll use partners, external marketing partners. Currently, we have 4 of them. They are going to take care of the working in the space like social media management and influencer marketing, and also the earned media marketing. And that's very important part of that, because the earned media coverage will promote the brand forward a lot. Why that this is not a regular consumer product, as we chatted moments ago. It's a breakthrough scientifically in the basic research side, understanding how and why we got this allergy epidemic. So that's very important in the basic scientific study side. On the other side, application of this knowledge will benefit 50 million people. And many people say we have way more than 50 million people. That might be true. But anyway, a lot of people will benefit from this product. So that's why the message about AllerPops will be a breakthrough and disruptive, and the earned media, the media outlets will have interest to cover that for the benefit of their audience. So that's why earned media will be a significant leg in the marketing approach. And we have those partners working together, and we and the partner actually form what we call super virtual AllerPops. So that means it's an organization formed together. We work together for the common goal to promote AllerPops in the marketing space. And we'll have an intensified communication procedure in between, so that we can work together seamlessly. All right. So another thing is right now, there are besides the approach, our currently the sale mostly come from the direct sale. The wholesale is about less than 20%. We know the marketplace actually currently there are over-the-counter allergy medicine mostly sold through the wholesale retail franchisee. That's about 65 to 70% of them through those channels. That's why in the phase 2, our goal is actually to go into the similar channels to sell AllerPops. We are open to other franchisee like Walgreens, CVS, or Walmart. That's our goal to approach them in the next several years and distribute AllerPops and its product that way. We have new product as well, not only AllerPops, the lollipops, but also we have the toothpaste and mouthwash tablet, and AllerPops is for dogs that have allergies. But focusing on the oral hygiene product for human, because we observed some of our customer, they got allergy relief, but after weeks or months, their allergy may come back. The reason for that is because their current oral hygiene practice, those toothpaste, those mouthwash, and whatever they do, the nasal potties, things like that, they destroy the good bacteria in the mouth. And eventually, when it drops to some certain level, their allergy will come back. So the toothpaste we designed, it's called prebiotic toothpaste. We have actually the nutrition for those good bacteria while you brush and clean your teeth and gum, and you actually add a small dose of nutrition to those good bacteria, and they will recover fairly quickly. Every day they will just do that. And while you can keep your teeth and gum healthy, your good bacteria will be happy as well. So that's why we developed these toothpaste and the mouthwash tablet. It's good for both sides. So on the customer side, their allergy will not come back. And for the company, for AllerPops organization, it's a good, that's a recurrent revenue. So it's good for both sides. So, and it's not allowed for this, and it's not allowed for this. All right. So our exit strategy. Currently we are focusing on the acquisition, and we have been chatting with P&G. We actually had a direct communication about 2 years ago in 2020. We chatted on both sides. They like our technology, but we were at a very early stage at that time, and we could go back, talk with them when time is right. Mostly the sales went up. So that's the things we need to move on with the marketing, get the revenue goes up. So that's the things for acquisition. Of course, if we grow really fast, the potential for the IPO will become increased dramatically. So we'll see. All right, next slide, that's our team. Me as a founder, so I have worked for this company for more than 5 years, so full-time. I retired from my previous scientific job. I tried to convert myself from a scientist to the entrepreneur in the last 5 years, and it has done quite well. I can tell you, at least I'm not the process or product focused anymore. I'm the customer and market focused thinking right now. So that's a big change for me. So I'm still learning, and we'll do a lot better in the future. Paul actually have worked for this company for over 2 years. He has a branding and an online digital marketing firm himself in Boston. He has been in this space for more than 20 years. So Amanda is local. She's in Albuquerque, and she has been CFO for startups, for VC funds for 18 years in this space. So she's helping us in the fundraising side of the business. Stu is actually, people call him Mr. Bioscience in New Mexico. He's well connected in this area. He himself has involved more than a dozen bioscience startups. We worked with Alessia for more than 2 years. That started with the clinical trial. Dicentral actually has another branch which is working with FDA, not only in Canada, US, or also internationally as well. So they have quite experience in those nutraceutical area. She's actually the writer of Canadian nutraceutical regulation. So started in the 1990s. So she's well known in this space. With that, I think I'm done about the business plan. Thank you. And we will start with Martin, and he will have 10 minutes talk with you about his story as a customer and investors with AllerPops. Thank you. I will stop this sharing.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Cliff. So yes, without further ado, Martin, go ahead if you want to tell us a little bit of your backstory as a customer, and then going into your transition as a lead investor.
Oh, thank you, Janette. Yeah, this is a very exciting opportunity, but I'll tell you, the product itself, it's second to none. My history, 60 years suffering from allergies, living in Illinois, living in California, and living in New Mexico. I just couldn't shake the symptoms. And of course, I was on big pharma for 60 years, had all of the remedies, the treatments, from antihistamine to the shots, and nothing really worked permanently, I would say. So I pretty much resigned myself to taking these drugs for the rest of my life. Now, I was having a reaction to the drugs. So there's what they call the rebound effect, which I experienced. So I had to change, from Claritin over to Sudafed, over to Benadryl. And so I had this multi kind of, I guess you could say my medicine cabinet was filled with these drugs. And again, I developed eczema on my skin, and I saw an allergist. He confirmed that. So I was watching TV 3 years ago, and a commercial came on, and I saw the ad, and I called, and Dr. Hahn picked up the phone, and I asked him about the treatment that he had innovated. Of course, it's called AllerPops. That's why we're here today. And it was remarkable. Within 4 pops, my symptoms, which nasal congestion, my energy came back. So I did 1 more, 5. So this is self-regulating. You have to, obviously, we know what our symptoms are when you suffer from allergies. When they begin to disappear, you go, oh, something is working here. And it did. It worked for me. And I've been drug-free, allergy-free for 3 years. So yes, AllerPops is the solution. And the reason being is it corrects the cause of allergies. It gets right to it. So this is a scientific breakthrough that I encourage first everyone, if you have family and friends, to share this. It is a solution. It works. And we want to create a world where it's allergy free. And now we've cracked the code. And this is, like I say, the solution to the allergies. Now, after having that experience, I was very interested. I called Dr. Hahn, who likes to go by Cliff, and I actually took him out to lunch. I said, I just appreciate that I even found this. And I just hope that other people will be able to try this, find it, and realize for themselves. And that's the point of this, is to change the world. And anyone that suffers from allergies knows that it's a debilitating condition. Not having energy, blowing your nose, having nasal congestion, not being able to sleep. I had all those, and there's thousands of other people that have had those symptoms that no longer experience that. So after taking him out to lunch, I thanked him. We got to know each other. And then he asked me if I wanted to come on board. I have experience with companies like FedEx and Red Bull. And so I have marketing and sales experience. And as it turns out, the timing was right for both of us. And I'm here today as the lead investor. And I'll tell you something right now. You don't know until you know. Okay. And I do know. And that's why I thank you, Janette, for having this so I can share more about why I'm the lead investor. First of all, AllerPops is scientifically proven. We had a company, did the clinical research on it, and proved that it is safe and effective for 2-year-olds to 102-year-olds. And so that's a good reason right there to share it. It's a safe solution. Number two, the man that's speaking right there that just spoke, Dr. Hahn, been a bioscientist for 28 years. He knows the landscape. He's a good businessman. This is a man that's very careful about what he's going to do with our money. I know. I gave him my money to invest in this company. And I assure you, he's not driving around in Lamborghinis, living in mansions, spending his time on yachts. This man is focused on taking this product that he innovated and sharing it with the world. Number two, you always got to look at your executive team. So we have Dr. Hahn at the helm. We also have Stu Rose, who knows I have to say big pharma and the FDA landscape. Now, I'm not going to get into FDA right now. That's for the future. But that's coming. The clinical research organization confirmed everything. And so that's pretty exciting in itself. The fact of the matter is that this is a product that's being shared with people here locally. We have probably over 15,000 people, maybe even up to 20,000 that have tried this product, and it does work. So they're giving it to their children. It works. So I'm very excited about changing the lives of family and friends. I gave it to my youngest daughter. She no longer has allergy symptoms. So that right there, we're back. I know I'm reiterating safety and, efficacy, but that's really important for investing. And, there's just so many things going on right now that are exciting with this company. When I think about other investments I've made, when it has to do with health, that's pretty exciting when you can change people's health for the better. And I always tell my friends here that have invested as well. I mean, this is a product that you not only can increase someone's health, but you can increase your own wealth. So we have a foundation and infrastructure that when you look at it, and I hope that people that are listening to this will ask us questions about what we're doing so they have a better understanding. Because I know this, if you have an understanding like I do what's going on, you will invest. And, we're not saying you have to invest thousands and thousands of dollars, but $250, $500 is going to make a huge difference when we're collectively all working together. And that's what it's going to take. It's going to take all of us together, sharing the word, investing, so that we can continue to move this forward. And of course, having the patents will allow us to move forward internationally. So Cliff has and knows the landscape of patents, so we've secured all the intellectual property. So that's protected as well. And that's another important thing when you look at your investment. So anyone tries to infringe upon this, they're not going to be able to. So that's another reason that I invested. Shall I go on? It's all good. That's all I'm saying. So thank you all for attending this webinar, and attend the next webinar because we're going to have some additional information. And very quickly, let me just say something about the Aller prebiotic toothpaste. I use it as an adjunct. I first had the AllerPops, and Cliff and I talked about, what do you think about putting a toothpaste out someday? He was working on it. And I started with the toothpaste about, 3 weeks ago, a month ago. And just this morning, I started just feeling a little bit of congestion from what I don't know. And I brushed my teeth, and sure enough, the symptoms were abated. So I know that that works. Now, let me tell you another thing that happened, if I may, and I'll be very quick. I had and Cliff had warned me about this. He says, you know, there's only two reasons why your allergy symptoms will remanifest. He said, one is using the toothpaste that have this steroidal mix in it, chemical in it, that kills all of the bacteria in your mouth. And number two, of course, mouthwash as well. And the other one, you know, that has everything to do with oral hygiene, but the other one was antibiotics. And what happened with me, I ended up having a kidney stone. I went in, had the procedure, and they gave me a round of antibiotics. I asked Dr. Hahn, should I do it? He said, you have to do it. You know, you can't stop taking your antibiotics if your doctor recommends. It's a very important medicine for us to heal. And I did. And sure enough, my allergy symptoms manifested again, came right back. And then I started on the pop cycle again. I did 4, and sure enough, my symptoms disappeared. So I proved it to myself. I know he told me, but I had these situations that came up. There was no waiting to avoid. There's no way I could avoid those. So what I say is this, is that your medicine cabinet, you have aspirin and you have, what do you call it? Like Theraflu or something, right? And a box of AllerPops belongs in between them, because it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, because no one knows when they're going to be, I guess you'd prescribe a round of antibiotics. So everything that he has said has been truthful. So this is a company you can feel good about putting your money behind. Absolutely. And we need your funding. So please contribute. It's going to help tremendously. Let's free the world of allergy. Let's create an allergy-free world. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you,
amazing.
Martin.
You're welcome.
That's right.
You're welcome. Yeah,
Let's do that.
yeah, let's do it.
Awesome, Martin. Yes,
all of us.
I agree. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, to be free of allergies and all those symptoms, to be able to sleep peacefully, not have to sneeze, not be, you know, nasally and congested. I mean, this sounds like very promising. So thank you.
You know, if I can add to that, Janine, I have a friend who's been sitting up sleeping for 50 years, sitting up. And he tried the AllerPops. Now he's laying down and sleeping. So sleep is the one thing we cannot compromise. You have to have sleep.
I agree.
It'll disrupt your life, you know. So the AllerPops will take care of that as well. So we've seen it. Yeah. Anyways,
Definitely.
thank you.
Yeah, of course. Well, just a reminder for everybody, we are currently on WeFunder. I'm going to drop the chat in here again so that you can check it out. You know, any more testimonials, any more information that you might be asking yourselves, you can definitely check it out there. And I think before we get into our Q&A, why don't we ask one of those questions? Let's ask a question. Let's see who's listening, and let's find a winner. So, you know, we've been talking about so many cool products between the AllerPops and the other new items that you guys have coming out that are out. Sure. So let me see. I'm going to pick a question. And then of the people that are participating and on the webinar, if you're able to pop in the chat and answer it to the best of your ability, and then, you know, we'll be able to choose a winner. So looks like the first question we'll ask, and this, I mean, I think we've been talking about it enough, so this is kind of a no-brainer, easy question, but what are AllerPops' new products that will come to market this year? So if anybody's, you know, available and able to hop into the chat and answer that, or even in the Q&A section, and just, you know, answer one or two things of what new products AllerPops, you know, will be providing this year. Okay, we got somebody.
Nice.
Paul is listening.
All
so,
right.
Very good, Paul.
Nice. Paul, we got a Janette in here. I love it.
All right.
So yeah, so let's see. I can drop in my email, or Cliff, if you want to take your email, you guys can email us and we will choose a winner. How are we going to do this? Who are we? Am I choosing? Are you choosing?
We'll choose the first one who answered the correct answer.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I think Paul, you give the I have your email right now. So you can send your shipping address to info@AllerPops.com.
Well, congratulations, Paul, and for everyone else, that was paying attention. So this is kind of like this is like Jeopardy. You got to be quick with the answer. Yeah.
Yes. That was
thank you,
fun.
Paul. Yes, nice meeting you here. Okay.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we're going to transition into our Q&A. I see some questions coming in. This was a great presentation. Thank you guys both. So I'll just go ahead and hop right into it. It looks like we have a question from Janette Miller. She's asking, what about smaller items like cough drop sizes? Is that something that you guys are working on and will be available coming soon?
Okay, this is actually quite a common questions. We got feedback from our customers. So some people actually don't like the stick. Some people say the stick is too long. So with those kind of feedbacks, we actually we're planning to make lozenge.
Lozenges, right?
Lozenge. So
Lozenges,
the lozenge, and it can be smaller, and because we have a dosage, so we need a certain size so that it will last for an hour. So the lozenge will be this long, and we'll cut in the middle so that it will become smaller. You can easily break it out so that eat half of that. One half probably lasts for 30 minutes, the other half lasts 30 minutes. So yeah, we do have plan to make it smaller as a lozenge. So yeah, thank you. That's very interesting.
That's great. Okay, awesome. So next up, excuse me. Let's see, the next question we have, I know that we have 7 patents ready to go. Are there any ones that are pending or planned that you guys can discuss?
So all of the primary patent, the method and composition and the application to allergy relief, these are the primary, the most important patents. In the US, they are separate, the method and the composition and they are separate. But outside of US, in EU, Japan, China, and Australia, and Korea, they actually have this thing combined as one. You got to have a product and you got to have an application together with that. So that's one patent together. So we got one from Australia already. So the rest of them are still pending in EU, Japan, Korea, and China. They're still in the process of review.
But Cliff, the domestic patents are secured. The domestic USA patents.
We have 6 patents approved already. That includes both the method and the composition and application as well. We have application not only to the allergies, but to autoimmune disease and to some infections as well. And we have add-on patents with additional natural ingredients, things like that. So that's why we have 6 patents in the United States. We still have one which is, we call it active or alive. That means you can add additional claim or either on the ingredient side of that or application, things like that. We have not thought in the first place, so we still can add new things into it right now.
So modifications can be added, modifications if needed.
That's right.
Okay.
Awesome. So outside of it just about to be allergy season coming up, why is this the right time for this product?
This is the right season. I think we, as an allergy sufferer, the right season is actually a lot earlier than this. So I see as I as an allergy sufferer and Martin as an allergy sufferer, there are 50 million people as allergy sufferer. We have suffered for too long. So the sooner the better. I think this is the right time because we have suffered enough. Many people, they just cannot live their life in a high quality. So allergy is a disease that probably won't kill you, except some of the food allergy that might be dangerous with anaphylaxis, things like that. But the quality of life with allergy is very poor. Both Martin and I can state that during those 3 years of suffering in my prayer, I always ask the question, is this the life I will live in the rest of my life? I was quite desperate about looking into a cure and say, get rid of that. So not only with this symptom, as Martin alluded, it's your mental feeling of that was so bad. You always have a foggy feeling of your mind, cannot think straight very well, things like that. It's a very
I'd like to add something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Cliff. I was going to add something when you're done, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I say.
Yeah.
This is the right time, and we don't want it, and other sufferers don't want it.
I suffered for 60 years. The right time would have been 60 years ago would have been the right time, right? And I'll tell you, this is the analogy I use, the way I felt. And I know there's other people out there that feel the way I did. If anybody knows the Superman character, there is Superman's one thing that brings him down, and that's kryptonite. And, you know, I could relate to those cartoons and the comic books because that's how I felt. These allergies would just sap me of my strength. And I literally was laid out in bed for 2 to 3 weeks when it hit its peak during the springtime, but I had them year round. And so, yeah, I liken it to Superman being knocked down by kryptonite. And the other thing is, and I can only speak for myself on this, and we're getting more and more testimonies each and every day that this helped me with food, what I call the 3 F's, food, flora, and fauna allergies, because I was allergic to everything. And so I had incredible results with this product. So I just want to add that as well. Yeah. I am glad it's over. I am so glad. I'm so glad that I'm suffering for 60 years. It's almost like I'm a different person. It's just remarkable. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Very good.
So,
yeah.
We have some other questions coming in. So for those of us who have not tried AllerPops yet, are there different tastes? Is there one sort of taste? What is the flavor?
So right now we are on the market. The ones you have is actually, this is the original flavor of people seeing this is like licorice. This is the combined texture and the taste with all the ingredients together. We have about 16 different ingredients with this original recipe. So coming with that, this is most people like that. Some people actually don't like it, but it's fine for most people. To satisfy with other needs, we actually are developing other flavors like the mango flavor, like strawberry flavor. That's the 2.
Mango and strawberry, right? Mango and strawberry? Yeah.
Mango and strawberry. So that's the 2 will come online in several months. And we will develop another thing, which is vegan formula, because currently the honey, for example, vegan do not eat honey. So
yeah, vegans don't.
Replace those ingredients and make a vegan version, AllerPops. But for now, the toothpaste can be the ones the most simplified prebiotics for the bacteria in our mouth. So, but the toothpaste tend to work slowly. It may take a lot longer than AllerPops. AllerPops, as Martin said, he need 4 or 5 within 1 or 2 weeks, and that's done. But with the toothpaste, if you use toothpaste alone, it may take many weeks or a couple of months because each time you have the toothpaste only work for 5 minutes probably. You brush for 1 or 2 minutes and then last for another several minutes over there. So it's less than a cycle of bacterial growth. So you keep it lollipop, the lozenge in the mouth for 1 hour, that's 3 cycles of bacterial growth. So that's why the AllerPops works faster and the toothpaste works slow, but will have a lasting effect. So it's better to have them work together, start with both AllerPops and toothpaste, and then make the effect with toothpaste. So
yeah, I found very, very quickly it dissolved in 45 to 60 minutes. And then I had that foundation from the lollipop. And then I used the toothpaste as an adjunct just to refortify. So I found that both of them complement one another like you designed it to do, Cliff. So it works. And I've been following that protocol for almost a month now. And again, I'm allergy free. So that's a pretty good product.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. We have a few minutes left. I think it's time for another question for a prize. So all of you guys get ready, get your chat open, and let's see. So the next question is, when will we publish the book, Nothing to Sneeze At? So I think we addressed this maybe earlier in the presentation.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but when though? What date?
It says March 2023.
Wait a second. Does Paul have the date? I see March 2023.
Is there any more accurate numbers?
Yeah, there's one number.
I remember I said that. Otherwise, Paul will win this one as well.
Yeah.
He's going to get the whole set.
With the date, if somebody could come in with the date on March. Paul, can you come up with the date? Yeah, you nailed it.
Okay.
All right.
All right, great. So Paul is getting the whole set.
You know what I think? I think Paul should probably be a Jeopardy. Should be on Jeopardy.
That's right.
Okay, very good.
Today's his lucky day, right? Okay, awesome. So that was for the prize. I'm going to jump back into Q&A. And then before we wrap, we do have a few more minutes, but before we wrap, I'll ask maybe 1 or 2 other questions to give more people an opportunity to win some prizes today. So let's see, how much feedback have you received so far? And then from that, what changes have you made based on that feedback?
What changes about AllerPops? That's right. So since the day 1, we got feedbacks about the product. So the first most important feedback is the method to use it is too complicated. So that's the first message I got it. So that's the 2018. We sold about several hundred of them. And one of my friends actually told me, I know someone bought it. It's still on their shelf, and he did not use that. And he asked why. He just give the list of instructions, and you see there are 13 different steps and with conditional loops in between. So you see, that's too complicated. So that's the time I saw, you have a good product and you designed the very efficient procedures to use it. Yes, it works. If you follow the first version of that, it might take a lot less pops, very efficient. But at the same time, the procedure was so complicated after people reading it, and they read it halfway and they dropped off. So that actually prevented people from using it. So that's the first things we just say, if people don't use that, no matter how good the design is, it doesn't matter. So that's the first thing. We just simplified, make it really short, and there are only 3 or 4 steps in 2019. So of course we have other feedbacks, like we chatted about the steak is too long, or things like that. The taste we want, other taste. And of course, I'm allergic to some of your ingredients. That's why we are trying to develop new flavors and new versions, new formulas. So we do get people about those things. And of course, we have other feedbacks about the side effects in the early version. There are some people after using that, there's slightly feeling weak or low fever. It's rare, but after correct the procedure, those side effects went away as well. So those feedbacks, our early customer definitely contribute.
And if I could add something to that, Cliff, if I could add something very quickly, and that's a great question, because yes, you'll find out that Cliff listens to the community and he's flexible to experiment and find out what works better. And I was a beneficiary because I came in when there was 3 steps. I didn't have to go through the 17 steps. So when I think about that, would I have continued after step 3? Would I still take it after step 15? Well, my allergies were so bad. I was so desperate. I probably would have gone through 20 steps. So I experienced the 3 steps, and he's even got it down now, don't you, Cliff, where you don't even have to go through the 3 steps. One of the steps is open up the box. Step 2 is take the wrapper off the lollipop, and step 3, put it in your mouth. I mean, that's where we're at right now. So yeah, it's convenient. It's easy. You can have your pops in the glove compartment if for some reason you needed them there, and just pop the pop in your mouth, and the results will happen. So I just wanted to share that, though. Yeah, he's very flexible, and that's another quality asset you have to look at when you're investing in a company. It's very important.
That's right. So we try to simplify the method as much as we can. So as soon as we have the information, like from the clinical trial, how simplified the method can be. So when we have those knowledge, we'll just apply those to our product. So yeah.
Awesome. So I think it's time for one more prize winner before we wrap it up today.
All right, yes. Here we go. Here we go.
This is it, you guys. All righty. So the question is, why is AllerPops a biotech product? Anybody?
Paul's thinking about this. He's going through his computer brain. Oh, Catherine. Oh, itch.
Oh, very
wow.
Good.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
What do you think, Cliff? Do you like that as an answer? What do you think? It's pretty good.
Yeah, let's see. It's a prebiotic that out or no, okay. Good.
Very good.
Quite close. They are quite
Cliff,
close.
I might be biased. I feel like everybody's a winner right here. They've been pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's right. I think that's a tie, Cliff. Or what do you think? I mean, all right. It's pretty good. What is the research microbiologist answer?
Yeah. I think there are. They are quite in the same line of. It's a biology, bioorganism, things like that. Bacteria in the mouth. It's a science-based. That's indicated. It's a science-based product. So we'll give the first one our CR. What's his name?
The first one to answer was Catherine. Catherine.
Yeah. And Paul.
Right. So yeah, we'll give a prize to her. So to Catherine.
Awesome.
Yay, Catherine.
Yay! Right. Congratulations.
Well, goody, she says. Well, Paul needs some competition. Okay, that's all I gotta say. So Catherine might be that. Yeah,
that's awesome. It. I'm happy she won. So we got Paul and Catherine.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, awesome. So we're gonna wrap up now, but before we hop, Cliff, Martin, thank you so much for joining today to speak about AllerPops. But let's wrap it up with top 5 reasons to invest in AllerPops. So which one of you want to take the floor on that?
Real quick, did you see Catherine's? Oh, okay. Yeah, Catherine said, "What's the date for the publishing of the book?"
March 3rd.
Yeah. And what's the price, Cliff? What's the price?
The price is going to be a box of AllerPops.
No, the price, the cost of the book.
The cost of the book. Okay. The book is going to be 99 cents for the first month, the digital version. So we'll make it really a low price for the first month. And we'll send out the pre-order. The pre-order link will be ready on February 16th. So after that, we'll send out that link to everyone, and you can pre-order that with 99 cents. And the paperback is $14.95. Looks like here. So.
And is this? Do you see audiobooks being a venue in the future, or what are you thinking?
We can produce that. I do know a voice coach. My voice coach actually do the audiobook.
Okay.
And do that. But for now, I think audiobook is add-on to this digital and paperback. For the marketing side, I think we'll focus on these 2 versions first. And in the long run, we may add on those audiobooks.
It's tasty.
It takes time.
Is she consuming right now an AllerPop? It's tasty. Okay.
Right, great.
I think she's giving us some marketing ideas. It works. It's affordable. It's tasty. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it here. If you guys just want to leave with some, ending words, top reasons to invest. We are currently on WeFunder. I've dropped it in the chat. I can drop it in one last time. But yeah, leave us with some closing remarks.
Well, I'll tell you, first of all, thank you for attending this webinar, and we'll see everyone and hear everybody at the next one. But I'll tell you, get the word out, share this product. If nothing else, you can heal family and friends, and they in turn can share it, and it's going to spread. That's how we have close to 20,000 people now, because it's been word of mouth, and a product that is excellent like this. Yes, word of mouth, but we want to share it with everyone. And so top 5 reasons. Well, Cliff, let's go one. I'll say one and then you say one. Okay. I'm going to say right off the bat, we've got a great CEO, Dr. Cliff Hahn, bioscience background for 28 years. He knows business. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't make a move unless it's the correct move to make. I've seen it for 3 years. I can only tell you this, but you'll find out if you get involved. You don't know until you know. We want everyone to know. Go ahead, Cliff. You're next.
All right.
That's one reason.
Yeah. I think I will repeat the message. Our marketing message, we have this message. So AllerPops correct the cause of allergy and give you long-lasting allergy relief. So that's the most beneficial product for the allergy relief, for the allergy sufferers. So I think you cannot find anything better than that. So
okay, I'll add number.
Yes,
and I'll add number 3 because I know we got to get going. Number 3 is clinical trials. A lot of companies, they get there, it's not even science-based. People are so hopeful that it works, they take it anyways. This has been scrutinized by scientists, by an outside third party that put it to the test. And guess what? It is safe, it is effective, and it works. Your turn, Cliff. Your turn.
Right. So yeah, continue on this, the benefit. So the product is a natural product. So compared to our competitors or those antihistamine or steroid. Those are the chemicals that give you lots of side effects. This one is pop. It's candy, and it's people can use that very easily, and there's almost no side effect. So that's why this product has to go to serve millions of people.
Yes, and number 5, Janette, number 5, and this is really important for investors, myself included. And another reason why I'll need investor is patents, which we talked about. Let's not forget how important patents are. Now, we've got patents, whether you put it in a gum, candy, toothpaste, any format, Cliff has covered with his patents. We got domestic patents, we've got international patents. Why do we want international patents? Because we're going global. This is the reason we need your help. This is the reason that really is, for me, the most important. I know my investment's going to be protected domestically and internationally. So that's number 5.
Yeah, I think we need to wrap it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
That was awesome, you guys.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys. Once again, we're on WeFunder. Check us out. I've dropped it in the chat several times. AllerPops on WeFunder. Mr. Hahn, Martin, thank you so much for your time today. If anybody has any questions, we'll reach out to the winners. You guys can email info@allerpops.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And if we don't receive your email, we can pull your email from this and
And
email
thank
you
you.
directly.
I just saw Janette's. Thank you, Janette. Thank you for that message.
Yep.
Yes,
Thank you,
other
Janette.
Jeanette, not me, Jeanette. There's another Jeanette in the chat.
Yeah, there's another Janette.
Great.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
All right,
well,
you guys.
thank you, Janette.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you to both Janettes. Thank you.
Yes, of
Bye-bye.
course. Have a good
Bye.
one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.